You didn't? There you go.
Well, welcome back to the Media Unrestricted podcast. I'm Chase.
And I'm Dylan, and we're just going to hop right into it. We're going to get started with the first topic here.
Okay. This just came out. The future of DC movies are going to be coming to HBO Max with 6 movies per year. I know there's going to be 2 Batman stories, and I think I saw the Batwoman, I think, and Static Shock, I think, are going to be coming there too,
Mm-hmm.
I think. Which is going to be pretty cool because I guess maybe the Wonder Woman, I don't know how it did on HBO Max and everything, but I guess maybe that's given them the success enough just to do like these movies on here. But I mean, that's going to be pretty cool. Look forward to. I don't know. Does this mean the Batman movie is going to be coming just HBO Max, not in theaters, or will it probably come in theaters too?
I don't know entirely for sure.
'Cause I just see that Robert Pattinson one.
I think the Batman one's probably going to be in theaters, and then they're making one specifically for HBO Max.
Because aren't they making a show too? Like that's kind of setting the time. Like it's
I don't know.
like for the PD.
This is the first I'm hearing about all of this.
Yeah, you didn't know about that, right? Like I said, I think that's pretty cool. Like I said, I guess maybe Wonder Woman's they had success on HBO Max, so people think it's just the way to go. I mean, hopefully we can get everybody just see it in theaters because I think that's where it needs to be. But I mean,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. I know there's not much information on what everything's going to be on there. I just know 6 movies per year with DC, so we'll wait and see what they come out with.
Yeah, and there's no like release dates or anything, obviously, but because as of right now, it's just an announcement.
I would expect maybe next year, maybe.
You think so?
Toward the end. Well, we got the Snyder Cut, so
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that's counting toward it or that's its own thing.
And then we're going to transition over that into talking about Wonder Woman 3. And DC has already greenlit it, and from what I've heard, it's already in pre-production.
Yeah.
Some people think the script's already been written because they knew about this months ago. And there's no telling when this is going to be shot or come out or anything. Some people are saying 2022, and then some people are saying maybe 2023 or later because Patty Jenkins does have that Star Wars movie.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And she's doing the Star Wars movie first.
Yeah.
So, but I think the script and everything's already ready. I feel like that's with a lot of the superhero movies for sure. They already have this in already pre-planned if success goes. But I'm looking forward to it. I mean, more Wonder Woman's always cool for me. I know we'll talk about the movie here shortly, Woman 84, but I think it's cool. I just can't wait to see what they do because I heard it's going to take place in modern times. So, but that's always pretty cool. Just hope we get a good villain to come back.
Yeah, we don't know any information about it yet. We don't know what villains
it just came
or
out
anything.
yesterday, so
it'd be cool if Cheetah came back. I know you were talking about earlier how they said maybe she might be coming back, but we'll see.
It's cool for me. I'd love to see her come back.
Yeah. With that, we're actually going to move on to another Wonder Woman topic, and that is Wonder Woman's box office. And as of right now, it's number 1 at the box office, unsurprisingly. I mean, it's a superhero movie. But it currently stands at 85 million worldwide, which you'd think for a superhero movie that doesn't sound good at all. But if you consider the circumstances where in a lot of territories they're completely locked down, movie theaters are closed, and even they're not selling as many tickets because they're not allowed to stuff it full of people. That's not bad.
Yeah.
And then you also got to take into account how much money it's making from HBO Max, because I saw a report that said over half of HBO Max's subscribers watched Wonder Woman 84.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so, I mean, that's pretty good for it.
Yeah. I mean, I know our movie theaters were pretty busy. I felt like seeing it. So, I mean, I guess people are just trying to get out of the house and go see a movie. Because I know whenever I saw it on Christmas Day, I mean, it was they were packed full of lines, and really wouldn't say there was good social distancing skills.
Yeah.
But even on Saturday, whenever I saw it again, our theater was actually, I think, almost sold out. So I think people are just kind of wanting to get out of the house and just go do something. So I mean, yeah, it doesn't sound good on paper or like for a superhero movie, but to be honest, in the world we're in right now, it's pretty good.
Yeah. And me and Chase actually saw, like we talked about how we saw it. Me and him liked it.
Yeah, I
Uh,
liked it.
it's pretty much dividing
Oh yeah, it's bad.
like the superhero fan bases at the moment.
Because I know it was on
And
Rotten Tomatoes. It was fresh. Now it's not.
is it rotten?
Um, I don't think it's rotten, but I know it went down. I think 65. It
Well, it was at
wasn't.
66, wasn't it? I
I
thought
think
that's what I
no.
saw.
I thought it was at. Yeah, see right here. It's on this thing. It says right here. It was at 89 and dropped all the way to 65, which is
Oh yeah,
fresh-ish. So I mean, um, I actually would kind of. I want to know what happened to make that happen. Why
the
did
fans
people like
reviews.
it and then just?
Well, from what I've seen, critics really liked it, but fans don't seem to like it that
Which
much.
usually with that's always the other way around.
Yeah, but it just depends. Like
Yeah.
if you look at Captain Marvel, a lot of the critics liked it, but a lot of fans didn't.
I thought it was good.
The same goes for I think the Harley Quinn movie. A lot of critics liked it, I think, but the fans didn't.
Fans hated it.
Uh,
I thought it was fine.
it's just that's just how it goes sometimes, you know.
Yeah, but I like the movie. I thought it was really good. I don't think it deserves as much
No,
crap as it gets.
Chris Pine, Gal Gadot, and Pedro Pascal
Yeah.
were all great in the movie. So was Kristen Wiig. Surprisingly,
Kristen Wiig, yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of hers at all. I can't really
Yeah.
stand her that much, but she was really good in the movie.
I thought she was good. Yeah. See, I'm the only one that some reason liked her cheetah character, which actually in the movie they didn't say cheetah.
Well, to be fair,
I kinda like
the cheetah character wasn't in the movie all that much.
No, she wasn't. Some people say she was thrown into the movie, and I easily understand. And I like what people thought they should have done is maybe like not had her and like teased her at the end, like set it up for that. But I enjoyed her character a lot, and Max Lord was a good villain. I thought he was good. Kind of some of it took hard to a little bit understand at first viewing with like everything, but Gal Gadot was great. I enjoyed her a lot. Chris Pine, he's not in it. I mean,
He's in it the majority of the
yeah,
time.
but I thought the movie was really good. It's not much of an action movie, so don't like the first one was more action. This one is I don't know. I want to say more talk, less action.
Yeah. One of the things I will say is that a lot of reviews say like the movie feels too long, and you'll definitely feel the runtime. You definitely can, and I think a lot of it has to do with they spend a lot of time just useless, like a bunch of useless time showing us her as a kid, just to teach her, just to show us a lesson she learned.
No,
She learned a lesson like
you didn't like the
what
beginning?
was it? Life is going to be fair, so don't cheat.
Don't cheat. Yeah, and they don't even.
It was fine. It just didn't seem like they needed to make it like 20 minutes long. Like they could have done something shorter.
I
and showed
saw
us
something
that.
talk about that, saying that they didn't pay off for that. Like they should have maybe had that maybe because they thought maybe like later down the line that would come into play, and it never did. About her cheating or finding a way easier way. They didn't kind of go into that. But like I said, it's less. And I think that's what some people don't like either. Is the less, not enough action. I think that's what some people also don't like because they expect that when you go to a superhero movie for sure. But there is one part that I think is worth to see because it's a spoiler, right? We talked spoiler, right?
Yeah.
The invisible jet is cool. That was cool. That was kind of a cool thing to see, and I hope they actually build on that for the future. But overall, I enjoyed the movie. I had a good time with it. I don't think it's definitely as bad as people say. I definitely recommend checking it out if you ever can get a chance. I know it's not probably gonna be on HBO Max much longer, but
Are you
I thought it was only for like a month.
Oh,
But
I don't know.
mean, if you get a chance, just give it a watch. I think it's definitely worth it. But like I said, I know it's dividing people, but let your opinion settle the score or what
Yeah.
you think on it.
Yeah, I agree. We both gave it an 8 out of 10. We thought it was super good.
Yeah.
We do highly recommend it. And one movie I saw over Christmas break that he didn't see was the movie Soul on Disney Plus, and it is as good as everyone says it is. I liked it more than Wonder Woman,
Yeah,
and a lot of people said it's one of Pixar's best, and it really is.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty much what the trailers show. It's about the guy who's gonna get a big break, and then while he's on the phone, he just falls into a manhole and dies.
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes along like a set of like an escalator that leads to what they call the Great Beyond. And then he just busts off of it. He's like, "No, I don't want to go yet." And then just ends up in that area and goes on basically an adventure with this other soul to try to figure out how he can get back and just like all of that. It's a really good movie. It's definitely not a movie for kids.
Yeah,
Kids won't understand this movie at all.
Yeah, I always kind of felt like when I saw the trailer that it was kind of
It's an existential.
pushy kind
It's an existential adult movie.
Is it gonna make you cry? I always want.
I did at the end. Yeah,
I can understand. I can understand.
Yeah.
Is it better than what's it, Inside Out? Because I know that's this movie I always kind of looked at as kind of similar to, but
yeah.
I heard the reviews are good. I have Disney Plus, so I think I'm definitely going to give it a try. I think it's definitely worth it.
Yeah, I think you'd like it.
Is it going to be only on there for a limited time?
Or no, it was released straight to Disney Plus.
So I would definitely check it out. I appreciate hearing what you say on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad that it did good. I know, like I said, a lot of people really, really enjoyed that, and I think some people are going to have it in their top favorites. I think I've heard from people. But
oh yeah, I can definitely see that. It's in my top Pixar movies for sure.
I don't know if it'd be there, but I'll definitely, hopefully, by next show, I will have got a chance to watch it, and I'll let you guys know what I think of it.
Oh yeah, definitely. I highly recommend you all go watch it. And with that, we're going to move on to our next topic, and that is Cobra Kai Season 3 early reviews have come out, and it's promising a big showdown that's worth the wait. At least that's what John Fugue at Movie Web says. You want to go into it more?
I haven't got a chance to see the show, so I don't know too much about it. But I do. I thought I heard the show. I thought the third season. I've heard the third season wasn't as good as the other seasons before.
Really?
But it's a show I would definitely like to try because the Karate Kid, the franchise, is not bad. As I've only seen, I think, the first and the one with the woman, and then the remake. So I haven't. Not too big on it, but I know a lot of people enjoy the show. So it's definitely a show I need to give a chance. But I think it's definitely like I said, I don't think a lot of people like the third season as much, but I still think they enjoyed it. But I said I can't say too much about it since I don't know much on it. But hopefully somewhere down the road I can give it a watch and kind of see what it's all about.
Yeah, definitely. I haven't given. I'm going to be honest. I think I've already told you this, but I haven't seen any of the. I've only seen the Jaden Smith Karate Kid movie. I haven't seen any of the originals.
The first one.
But I know what happens. Like the kid, I think he gets his ass beat. He finds Mr. Miyagi. He teaches him kung fu or karate or whatever. Obviously, because he's Karate Kid, not Kung Fu Kid. And then he goes into the thing and then kicks that kid's ass and.
He's the best around. Nothing's ever going to keep him
exactly,
down.
and then that's Karate Kid 1. I don't know what Karate Kid 2 is.
You know the songs from that.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know what Karate Kid 2 is about because I've never heard of anything about it.
Sequel. I know there's. I think it's a third or fourth. I don't know how many they have.
Yeah.
Where it was a little girl who did it, which I always actually like that one.
Which one is that?
I think it's the third or fourth. It was like the next Karate Kid.
They're not considered canon though, are they?
I thought so because Mr. Miyagi's in it.
Is he?
I always remember seeing that one before I saw the other ones, but I definitely would like to just give it a try and just see what it's all about.
Yeah, I definitely probably will.
Because I know it's got a season 4 coming soon for it.
Yeah, and with that, we're going to move on to the second to last topic of the day, actually, and that is we're going to go over some of the games that are going to be coming out in the upcoming year. Some of these don't have exact release dates yet because they've been delayed, but these are ones that are just coming next year that are 100% confirmed to be coming next year. We have Halo Infinite, which has been which was delayed. And it was supposed to come out for the Xbox One and Series X. We have Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga, a game called 12 Minutes, Little Nightmares 2, Psychonauts 2, which a lot of people have been looking forward to. Mm-hmm. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2.
First one was cool.
Hytale, Outriders, Scorn, New World, Digimon Survive, which I didn't even know about.
I didn't know they were coming out.
That Hogwarts Legacy RPG game that's been talked about for a long time now.
Which I think is going to be a good game.
Resident Evil 8. Yeah, Resident Evil 8 Village. Hitman 3.
Didn't know that was coming either.
Pray for the Gods. Chernobylite, I think this is. Horizon Forbidden West for the PS5. Humankind, Werewolf, The Apocalypse, Earthblood. Rune Factory 5, Shin Megami Tensei 5, Gotham Knights, Subnautica Below Zero, which I think is a DLC, Wrath Aeon of Ruin, Deathloop, which I've been looking forward to. It looks really interesting.
Yeah.
The new Ratchet and Clank game, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, The Medium, Roller Champions, Foregone, Ghostwire Tokyo, which looks pretty nice too, Balan Wonderworld, Kenna Bridge of Spirits, No More Heroes 3, The Artful Escape, Cyber Shadow, Dungeons and Dragons, Dark Alliance. How many of these are there? There's a lot you can see.
Right.
Guilty Gear, Boyfriend Dungeon, Windjammers 2,
Oddworld.
Oddworld Soulstorm, that's right. The Untitled God of War sequel is supposed to come out next year. Apparently, there's a game called The Outlast Trials. I don't know if that's... I guess that's based on the series, but... let's see, let me go back here. I accidentally clicked on it.
Yeah.
Destruction All-Stars, Warhammer 40k, Dark Tide. Lord of the Rings Golem. And, I mean, that's about it in regards to that, right?
A lot of good games coming out.
Yeah, there's a ton of good games coming out. And I think with that, we're going to move on to the last thing here. And that is, we're going to go over what our top movies are of the year. And you just let us know what you think of them down in the comments on what yours might be.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let you go first.
I don't, like I said, this probably will go, probably next show I'll probably will explain probably a little more, but off the top, if I had to come up with just 3 right now, because I'm not going to have all my movies right now.
Yeah.
So, but if I had to come up with a top favorite that I've seen this year, it's a surprise one, and you'll probably look at me saying what. I probably will go with Bad Boys for Life.
Okay.
Which is weird because I didn't expect Bad Boys for Life to be.
I forgot that came out this year.
Even in the thing, because technically when we started the year, because that was right at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I never thought we would, but like I said, if it'd be Bad Boys for Life, but right there also next to it would be Invisible Man. I really enjoyed that as well. If I had to come up with a third one, yeah, Sonic. Yeah, that was fun, and I can't wait for the sequel. If I had to come up with a worst movie of the year, right now I think it would probably be, which don't want no hate, it'd probably be Onward.
Oh, I keep forgetting that came out this year.
I just didn't like the movie. I just didn't think it was as good as I was wanting it to be. But Bill and Ted Face the Music would also be right there too.
As bad?
Yeah.
Onward was just soulless. Like, I didn't feel any emotions in it.
Yeah. And the thing is, you should have felt emotions for it.
Because there were parts where they were supposed to make you cry, but they didn't.
Yeah, they failed on that. But
that was Pixar, wasn't it? I think so.
It was Disney, I know that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, like I said, probably in, the next week or thing, because there's still a couple movies I want to get in to before, but I will actually have a whole list prepared and everything. Because, my problem is right now, I think of some of them, but some of the movies I'm forgetting probably some too. But, like I said, hopefully next week I'll have a 100% guaranteed my favorite and worst, because I know it's probably not going to be a long worst, but I mean, what would be yours top movie of the year?
My top movie of the year would probably be Soul, and then I would probably follow it number 2 with Invisible Man.
Mm-hmm, that was good.
And then number 3, I would probably follow it with Sonic.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, Soul is a fantastic movie, and it's without a doubt the best movie I've seen all year. Number 2 is The Invisible Man, which was really another great movie. A lot of people who said they saw the trailers, they were like, "Oh, this movie looks like it's going to be disappointing and stuff." They went and saw it, and they ended up really liking it. Yeah, and I was in the same boat. It didn't really grab me that much, but I was like, "It looks interesting enough."
We saw it in IMAX, and IMAX was a creepy experience.
And then with Sonic, that's a movie nobody really had any hope for, because video game movies don't really have that good of a track record when it comes to movies and stuff. Like, if you look at I know you like Tomb Raider, but didn't you?
I didn't see it.
No,
I haven't watched it.
It had decent reviews, I think, but You look at Tomb Raider, you look at like the old Hitman movies, you look at the old Mortal Kombat movies, like video
Doom,
game movie, yeah, the Doom movie with Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
which has got its parts.
Like you just look at all those movies, like video game movies haven't been treated very well.
I'll
in
tell
the
you what
past.
the best video game movie, you probably haven't seen it, is Rampage
Oh
with The
yeah,
Rock and
you think it's better than Sonic?
I couldn't compare that because it's just two different standards.
It's a video game movie. They're both video
I know,
game movies.
yes, but two different things are going on.
Not really.
You know, but I don't. I couldn't do a comparison.
Because I know Detective Pikachu, I think, came out this year too.
That was last
Or
year.
was it last year? It might have been last year. I don't know.
That was
good
good.
too.
That was good too.
Yeah.
But if you had to come up with the worst,
The worst three?
like no, just whatever you come up with the worst.
Onward would be number one.
Yeah.
Number two. What would number two be? What other
That's
movies
what I'm
came out?
trying to see. That's what I'm blanking on. That's what I mean, like I said, and probably down the road, like next show, the show after, I'll have 100% guarantee. Because I just can't. I know there's movies because we had what 3 months for sure.
Yeah. I don't know. All I know is like it was. I obviously didn't think it was bad by any means, but I'm gonna put Wonder Woman 84 in there.
Yeah.
Because like while I will say it was good, I gave it 8 out of 10. Like it was really good. There were parts of it that left me like really disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
Like the fact what they call a MacGuffin is a specific item or something in a movie that forces the plot forward, and that would obviously be the wishing stone.
Yeah.
And it's just like, where did this whole idea of this like weird mystical element come from? Like, oh, wishes and shit. Like we understand, like they mention in the movie something about a god, but we never see it. But
Yeah,
we saw Ares in the first movie.
Mm-hmm.
So like, why wouldn't they show us this god in this movie? Keep the mythological stuff going instead of giving us like a magical wishing rock.
I don't know. I thought maybe we would at the end we'd maybe see him or something, but I definitely understand where you're coming from on that. I felt like the trailer. I liked the first trailer. I thought it was going to be definitely a lot better from the trailer,
Mm-hmm.
but because I thought it'd be in the top, maybe the top, but sadly, it may be number 5 if I had to. I gotta get on my list for sure, but it's not where I would expect it to.
Yeah.
Let's just start off with that. But I mean, I said hopefully next show I'll have a list and everything prepared, and we'll talk and can have it finalized.
Yeah, and I just want to say we're sorry this episode's so short. There really weren't a whole lot of topics to talk about.
Yeah.
And
This guy right here, 24 today.
Yeah.
He's joined the 24 club.
Yeah, I honestly don't feel like we really rushed through this at all.
No.
Like we just talked about it at the pace we probably should have because there really wasn't much information on any of the
Yeah,
topics.
there's not much news out right now. I kind of looked on there today and there wasn't much. But hopefully, beginning of the new year, we'll have
There'll be some more news and stuff. Yeah.
And I think that's what everybody's.
And there's also another announcement we need to make. I should have probably brought it up at the beginning of the show, but we're going to until further notice, from now on, we're going to be strictly on YouTube. We're no longer going to be uploading our episodes to Spotify. And that's mainly because at the moment, to upload podcasts to Spotify, you have to go through what's called a podcast hosting website. And the majority of them cost money, especially if you want a good one that has a good layout. And, we just don't like it. At the moment, it's just not worth it.
Yeah, we don't want to.
So we're just gonna stick with YouTube and doing the live streams from now on until if this ends up going somewhere, we'll get back and posting those on Spotify.
Yeah, but we'll just be YouTube exclusive. Hope you guys had a good